Good morning from Joshua Tree. If you caught my last video, you know that I spent the night camped out on some peaceful BLM land outside of 29 Palms. It was one of those calm desert nights where the stars feel so bright and time seems to slow down. I woke up before the sun and made my way to Barker Dam. Pure magic. I wrapped up that morning's hike by sharing some of the area's fascinating history, and even stumbling upon some ancient petroglyphs etched by people who lived here thousands of years ago. Now, this video picks up right where the last one left off. Still here in Joshua Tree, still chasing the magic, but this time I'm heading down a completely different trail to a new destination. So I had just gotten into my car and I realized there's actually another trail off of this trailhead. So I'm gonna go check out Wall Street Mine. I just decided to leave my car where it's at and come explore this place. But I did stop to grab my hat and my glasses. I'm glad because the sun's already shining. I started this trail to the Wall Street Mill from a little offshoot of Barker Dam. It's about a half a mile long with these towering granite boulders and a forest of, you guessed it, Joshua trees. If you're more into the sightseeing than hiking, you can always park at the actual Wall Street Mill trailhead and skip that half mile. But you know me, I'm always down for the longer way in. About a tenth of the mile in, the trail splits, and I took the left fork. Not long after, the desert began revealing pieces of the past. I stumbled upon the ruins of Wonderland Ranch, or what's left of it anyways. Just a few faded pink walls still standing. No one really knows much about the people who lived here. They came during the gold rush, like many others, chasing a dream, and now their home has faded into history. Well, this is very interesting. I did not expect to see anything like this here. It looks like a couple of buildings, or at least one building, but it is in shambles. It's been here a long time, and now I'm super interested to find out the history of this place. Wow, so crazy. Someone lived here. They took shelter here, they kept warm by the fireplace, cooked meals, and had big dreams. No names etched into stone, no journals or memoirs, just a fireplace, some charred wood, and a few crumbling walls. It really makes me stop and think, how many lives have quietly passed through this desert, their stories never told? So much of history fades without a trace, especially the stories of everyday people. And somehow, that makes these ruins feel even more special. Look at this plant behind me. It's so beautiful. So crazy. And just when I had thought I had seen it all, I came across a graveyard of abandoned cars. Scattered like fossils in the sand. Most of them are from the 1930s, and were probably already pretty old when they got here. I can imagine these cars hauling people and gear, back and forth from mine to mine. And I wonder how long they were driven across these desert roads, breaking down over time until finally the desert claimed them for good. And now here they are. Rust-covered, sun-bleached, they're like sculptures now. Art pieces left behind by humanity and time. It's also a beautiful reminder to me that everything here is temporary. These machines once roared to life, and now they sit silent, slowly making their return to the earth. It's wild how nature reclaims everything. And to me, it makes everything feel that much more precious. Eventually, I reached the mill. It was built by a man named Bill Keyes. This place was once the most efficient operation in the area. And like many stories from the Wild West, it came with drama. A dispute between two friends over the mill ended in a fatal shooting. Greed and fear have always had a way of stirring things up. Standing there, surrounded by cactus, I imagined the sound of the machines grinding ore, the clicking of the tools, and the echo of voices. These weren't just structures. These were dreams in motion. What a cool spot. It does say no trespassing, so I didn't go inside, but I got plenty of footage from the outside. And this is really cool. There's no one else out here. I've seen just one other group of 3 people, which is wild. But this is so cool. It's getting pretty warm though, so I'm going to head back to my car. Everything out here has adapted to survive. Plants, animals, even people. Sharp spines, tough skin, deep roots. Water is the real currency out here. And every living thing fights to conserve it. Joshua Tree only gets about 4 to 6 inches of rain per year. That's it. So you start to appreciate every little drop. On the way back, I made a quick stop at the remnants of the Desert Queen Well. William Morgan founded it back in the early 1900s, hoping to build a mill of his own nearby. That plan never happened. But the well pumped water for miners, wildlife, and probably more than a few thirsty travelers. What's left is an old windmill, broken ceramic pipes, and piles of wood. The bones of another forgotten story. This trail, it surprised me. What started as a simple desert walk turned into a journey through history, nature, and time itself. Whether you're a history nerd like me, or you're just looking for a scenic stroll with big desert vibes, the Wall Street Mine Trail has something for everyone. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and keep wandering. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!